Yeah. No matter the highs or lows, the universe sends us love notes. Every line we choose to write turns a dark into healing light.
When I first got married, I can admit I didn't know if I was ready. I think I was terrified, right? At that time, I was a single mom. He was a single dad. And I feel like what we had more than anything else was friendship, right? We laughed like it was nobody's business. We could go through hard days and still find a way to make each other laugh. And the laughter felt like home, right? Like we didn't have drama, just the normal stuff. Trying to blend families, balance emotions, and figure out how to make two different worlds work together. But we did it. We figured it out. We both worked, we both had bills, we both had dreams, and somewhere in there, um, like before we officially got married, I decided to leave corporate to chase my dream of being a full-time natural hairstylist. And eventually that dream um, took us to Atlanta. And I personally believe that's when things started to shift, right? Pursuing my dream while trying to be a good wife, a good mother. That was probably the hardest part because I told myself a good wife cooks, cleans, keeps the house together. A good mom shows up for everything, never drops the ball. A good woman handles it all and never complains, right? So I did. I handled it all. Work, kids, clients, bills. And when I had downtime, I didn't even know what to do with it. I mean, I would drink tea, I would read my books, but I would definitely listen to music. Um, but my whole identity revolved around my family. And the truth is, nobody told me to lose myself. Like, my ex husband didn't say, hey, this is what I expect from you. He wasn't even that type of person. Excuse me. Um, but looking back on it, I did that all on my own, right? Trying to live up to an image of what I thought being a good woman meant. And looking back now, I can see where Olivia got lost. There wasn't any big explosion in our marriage, right? No betrayal, no screaming matches, just two people who weren't happy anymore. And maybe we never were with ourselves, right? And one day I said, "Yeah, I don't want to do this anymore." And he said, "Cool, me either." And I know that sounds so simple, but it really was that straightforward. And there was no anger, no fighting. I think we might have had maybe a disagreement over the kids and how that was going to work. But when I say disagreement, it was just we just didn't agree, right? But it was just truth. And even though it was that simple, even though it was that straightforward, it it still broke me because even though we both agreed, I felt like I was giving up on something sacred, like I was giving up on him. But I was really choosing me even if I didn't know it yet, even if I didn't see it that way at that time, right? We had been through so much together. Bed rest with each pregnancy, like Three kids, back-to-back bed rest. Bed rest meaning from 14 weeks until 36 weeks in the bed, can't walk anywhere except to the bathroom or to doctor's appointments, like in the bed. No hair, no cooking, no cleaning, just in the bed. And that required my partner, my family, whoever, to take care of me so I can get our little ones here safe, right? So this wasn't the typical pregnancies where you get to do all the fun things, So that took a toll on my spirit too. That's a conversation for another another video. But we also went through financial ups and downs, right? And all the unspoken pressures that come with family life. We had moments that would have broken most couples, and even in the end, we didn't stop showing up, especially for our kids, right? We made a promise. No matter what happens between us, the kids come first. And we kept that promise. We still do to this very day. And the only time we ever went to court was to finalize the divorce. And even then, after it was all said and done, we walked out of that courthouse and we went and had lunch. I think it was some lumpia, which was so good. I haven't had any since. Anyway, um, because even though our marriage ended, our respect for each other never wavered, right? So we co-parented through everything: birthdays, graduations, growing pains, and now we've built something that I'm proud of. A family that looks different, but still is family. His wife and I are close. We celebrate each other's kids. We protect each other's peace. And even though I know that seems rare, I don't take it for granted, not one bit. But after the divorce, I was lost. I didn't know who I was outside of the roles I played for so long: wife, mom. I thought freedom would feel like fresh air. Instead, it felt like standing in a quiet room with no instructions. So I filled that silence with work, with responsibility, and eventually another relationship where I tried to prove I was enough all over again. But again, that's a story for another time. So I said all this to say divorce isn't failure, it's truth. It's realizing that love doesn't always mean forever. Sometimes it means thank you for walking with me as far as you could. And when it's over, you don't just rebuild a life, you rebuild you. The version that got buried under the expectations and routines, the version that still knows how to laugh, dream, and breathe freely. So if you're in that place right now, if you've just signed papers, packed boxes, or finally said goodbye, this is your reminder. You didn't lose love. You just lost the version of it that couldn't grow with you. And maybe now it's time to come home to yourself. Okay? I love you all.